Hi, good afternoon. My name is Monique Reynolds. I'm an immigration lawyer. I'm so happy to be here with you today to give some good information. So, a lot of people have asked what is a request for evidence and what is a request for initial evidence. So, I'm here today to kind of further explain what these things are and how it can impact your case. And so, again, my office is located in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm an immigration lawyer. I'm with the law offices of Monique C. Reynolds. We can help you with your immigration matter wherever you reside. It doesn't matter the state or the country. We can help you as long as it's U.S. immigration. Please call my office 833-810-1234 so we can help you with your immigration matter. So let's jump right into it. What is a request for initial evidence and a request for evidence, and how can it impact my case? So, a request for initial evidence, also known as RFIE, it means that USCIS has received your file, and after a quick review, they've decided that what you've submitted, there's something missing. And so they need you to correct whatever mistake there is or whatever is missing. They need you to submit it, something that's critical to the case. So it could be something small like not actually signing a form or not sending in a document or something that they need in order to process the case. A request for evidence means that they probably have had the file a lot longer and they thoroughly reviewed the file and they noticed that there's something missing. They need something more. They're not 100% satisfied with what they have received. And maybe they need you to explain something. They need you to send in more documents to prove something. So an example would be if you have not submitted enough bona fides and you're filing for a green card based on being married, to a U.S. citizen or even a green card holder. And so they want you to show them more proof that the marriage is in fact bona fide or legitimate. And so they would send you a request for evidence and give you time to submit those documents. When you receive either a request for initial evidence or a request for evidence, your case is now paused with USCIS. They don't do anything further, no further processing until they receive the documents that they are looking for. And so they typically give you up to 87 days in order to submit the documents. And they will tell you in your notice that if you don't send in the documents within that time frame that they're giving you, you could get a denial. Sometimes they do deny it. Sometimes they won't actually deny it and they might leave it open. So you don't want to take any chances. You do want to go ahead and respond. You don't want to just wait for the maximum time to run out. You want to respond as quick as possible because you don't want your case to stay paused. You want your case to be processed as quickly as possible. So again, I do urge you, if you are in that boat where you receive a request for evidence or initial evidence, just go ahead and immediately respond to it. What my office does, we put the deadline on our calendar. However, we do notify our clients, and sometimes our clients receive the notice before we do. And so we ask them to submit the documents that's needed, to us immediately so we can respond if we do happen to get a request for evidence for that case. And, a lot of times, the clients will go ahead and give us their information. Other times we just consistently remind our clients like, hey, your deadline is coming up. You don't want to delay. We want to send your documents off as soon as possible. So now your case can move forward. And just keep in mind that getting a request for evidence or request for initial evidence is not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes USCIS will send you a request for evidence because they may want to make a decision on your case without having an interview, or they want to just make a decision a lot faster than they probably normally would. And so they send you a request for evidence because perhaps you didn't submit your medical exam, and now they want to make a decision, but they need that medical exam. And so they're, sending a request for evidence to give you time to get that medical exam. But once you submit it, then they will go ahead and make a decision. So again, sometimes it's a good thing if you get a request for evidence. Sometimes it's inevitable, but again, it's not always a bad thing if you get a request for evidence. It just depends on what are they requesting. So you want to take requests for evidence seriously, and you definitely want to respond. So how can a request for evidence or initial evidence impact your case? Well, again, so remember, your case is put on pause until you respond. So you do want to respond rather quickly. The longer you take to respond, the longer your case is on pause. Therefore, the longer it takes to get you that ultimate decision. So that's one way that your case can be affected. Now, keep in mind that during COVID, USCIS had a series of extensions with the response time frame. And so they were giving 60-day extension. So, if you receive that initial 87 day time frame, you would have an extra 60-day extension if you were unable to respond by then. So they still have that extension. I think we might be on the tail end of the extensions, but just keep in mind, if you get a request for evidence, that you want to see if the extension does apply to you. So I hope this information was helpful. Please like this video. If you can subscribe, if you're watching it on YouTube, please share it. If you're watching this on Facebook, please like and share it, and also leave a comment. If you have any suggestions on videos or information that you want to know more about, please feel free to leave a comment, and I'll definitely do a video or do a live. This is actually a live stream. So those that are tuning in, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking this video. Thank you so much for sharing this video. It's a pleasure to be able to share this information with you, to empower you about the immigration process. This is a process that, definitely means a lot to me. My family is from Jamaica, and I've seen a lot of my family members go through the immigration process. And so this is a very, a passionate thing for me. So being able to share this information with you, it fills me up. It really does. And I thank you so much for watching. I thank you so much for sharing and liking. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Immigration Attorney Reynolds. All right. Until next time, thank you so much for tuning in. Also, call my office if you need our help, 833-810-1234. I'm Immigration Attorney Reynolds at your service. Thanks, and have a good one.